You lie down at night, close your eyes, and nothing happens. Your mind starts racing. You check the clock. It's 1 a.m., then 2 a.m., then 3 a.m., and you think to yourself, why can't I just sleep like I used to? If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. In fact, according to the Sleep Foundation, adults over the age of 60 are among the most likely to suffer from disrupted sleep. And most of them never find out why it's happening. But here is what's important. This is not your fault, and it is not simply old age. There are real biological reasons your sleep has changed. And today, I am going to explain exactly what those reasons are, in simple, honest language. And then I will show you one breathing technique, backed by published research, that can help calm your nervous system and prepare your body for sleep in about 4 minutes. No pills, no supplements, just your own breath. Let's get into it. First, let's understand what is actually happening inside your body. When you were younger, sleep came more easily. That's because your brain was producing higher levels of a hormone called melatonin, the hormone that signals to your body that it is time to sleep. It rises naturally when it gets dark outside, and it tells your brain it's time to rest. But here is the problem. As we age, the brain produces significantly less melatonin. This is a well-documented biological change confirmed by multiple research institutions, including the National Institute of General Medical Sciences. Less melatonin means your body no longer receives that clear, strong signal to sleep. So falling asleep becomes harder, and staying asleep becomes harder too. The second change involves something called your circadian rhythm, your body's internal 24-hour clock. Research published by the Sleep Foundation shows that as people get older, this internal clock tends to shift forward in time. This is sometimes called advanced sleep phase. What this means in practical terms is that you start feeling sleepy earlier in the evening, sometimes as early as 7 or 8 p.m., and then wake up earlier in the morning, often between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., even if you went to bed late. This is not insomnia in the traditional sense. It is your body clock doing something different than it used to. And understanding this is the first step to working with your body instead of against it. The third change is in your sleep architecture, the structure of your sleep itself. Research shows that after the age of 55, people spend significantly less time in deep, slow-wave sleep, the stage where your body repairs itself, strengthens memory, and restores energy. Adults over 55 can experience up to a 75% reduction in deep sleep, leading to more frequent awakenings during the night. This is why you may fall asleep, but still wake up feeling unrefreshed in the morning. There are also other contributing factors. Certain medications, including some used for blood pressure or mood, can fragment sleep. Chronic pain conditions like arthritis or back pain may flare at night. And habits like caffeine, alcohol, or eating a heavy meal in the evening can disrupt your deeper sleep stages. None of these things mean something is seriously wrong with you, but they do mean that sleep after 60 requires a little more intention and care than it used to. Now, many people in this situation reach for a sleeping pill. And I want to be honest with you about this. While sleep medications can provide short-term relief, doctors and researchers have raised consistent concerns about their use in older adults. The American Geriatric Society has noted that certain sleep medications can increase the risk of falls, confusion, and memory problems in seniors. This does not mean medication is never appropriate, but it does mean it should always be discussed carefully with your doctor, not used as a first response. The good news is that there are evidence-based, non-medication approaches that have shown real results, and one of the most accessible involves nothing more than the way you breathe. The technique I want to share with you today is called 4-7-8 breathing. It was popularized by Dr. Andrew Weil, an integrative medicine physician from the United States, and it is based on ancient yogic breathing practices known as pranayama, which have been used for centuries to calm the mind and body. Here is what the research tells us about why it works. When you are lying awake at night, your body is often in what scientists call a sympathetic nervous system state, sometimes called fight or flight. Your heart rate is slightly elevated, your mind is active, and your body is not receiving the signal that it is safe to rest. The 4-7-8 breathing technique works by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, the opposite state, sometimes called rest and digest. Research shows this technique can drop heart rate by 10 to 15 beats per minute in under 2 minutes, making it one of the fastest evidence-based tools to activate the body's natural relaxation response. When researchers have studied this technique, they observed an increase in theta and delta brainwaves, the brainwave patterns associated with deep relaxation and the early stages of sleep. A 2022 study, published in a peer-reviewed journal, found that 4-7-8 breathing, performed over several cycles, significantly improved both heart rate and blood pressure in participants. A broader review of the research categorized its benefits into 5 areas: reduction in stress and anxiety, improvements in cardiovascular markers, adaptability for both clinical and home use, preventive benefits for healthy individuals, and its impact on the parasympathetic nervous system through what are called vagal pathways. Now let me show you exactly how to do it. It is simple, and you can do it lying in bed. Step 1. Get into a comfortable position. Lying on your back is ideal. Let your arms rest gently at your sides. Close your eyes. Step 2. Start by exhaling completely through your mouth. Let all the air out. This is your starting point. Step 3. Now close your lips and inhale slowly through your nose while mentally counting to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step 4. Hold your breath gently. Do not strain, and count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Step 5. Now exhale slowly through your mouth, making a soft whooshing sound, and count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is one complete cycle. Repeat this for 4 cycles to begin with. As you become more comfortable with the technique over the following days and weeks, you can increase to 8 cycles. A few important notes. If you feel slightly lightheaded during your first attempts, that is normal. Simply return to your natural breathing and try again the next night. This mild lightheadedness can happen because you are changing the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your breath, and it typically resolves with practice. If you have any lung conditions such as asthma or COPD, please check with your doctor before trying any new breathing exercise. The key with this technique is consistency. Like any skill, it becomes more effective the more regularly you practice it. Many people report noticing a difference within the first week of nightly practice. While the breathing technique is the main focus of today's video, I also want to share a few honest, research-supported habits that can further support better sleep after 60, because no single technique works in isolation. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, is one of the most consistently supported recommendations in sleep research. It helps stabilize your circadian rhythm, which, as we discussed, tends to shift with age. 2. Limit screen exposure in the evening. The brain produces less melatonin as we age, and this effect is made worse by evening light exposure, particularly from screens like phones, tablets, and televisions. Reducing screen time in the hour before bed can help your body begin producing what little melatonin it can more effectively. 3. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Research suggests seniors are more sensitive to heat during sleep. Keeping your bedroom temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or around 15 to 19 degrees Celsius, can support better sleep quality. Even small amounts of light from street lamps, alarm clocks, or phone screens can disrupt rest. 4. Consider a warm drink before bed. Johns Hopkins Medicine recommends warm milk or chamomile tea as gentle, low-risk options for seniors who want to support sleep without medication. Chamomile contains a compound called apigenin, which binds to certain receptors in the brain to promote sleepiness. The evidence for chamomile is promising but not conclusive, so think of it as a calming ritual rather than a guaranteed cure. 5. Watch evening meals and caffeine. Alcohol, caffeine, and heavy evening meals have all been shown to disrupt deeper sleep stages. Many people are surprised to learn that caffeine can stay in the body for 6 to 8 hours, meaning an afternoon coffee can still be affecting sleep at midnight. Before I finish, I want to say something important. Everything I have shared with you today is based on published, peer-reviewed research from institutions like the Sleep Foundation, Harvard Medical School, Johns Hopkins Medicine, and peer-reviewed medical journals. I have not exaggerated any claim, and I have tried to be honest about what the evidence shows and where it has limitations. Sleep problems after 60 are real, they are common, and they are not simply part of getting old that you have to accept, but they also are not solved overnight. The breathing technique I showed you today works best with patience and consistent practice. The habits I mentioned work best when done together, over time. If your sleep problems are severe, if you are experiencing loud snoring, gasping during sleep, or extreme daytime fatigue, please speak with your doctor, as these can be signs of a condition like sleep apnea that requires proper medical evaluation. For most people, though, the path to better sleep starts with understanding what is happening in your body and then making small, consistent changes that work with your biology instead of against it. I hope this video was helpful and honest. If you found value in it, please consider subscribing so you don't miss our future videos on natural health and wellness for seniors. Take care of yourself, and good night. Subscribe for more honest senior health information. No exaggeration, just real science.